Maybe Tuck will carry my pack. On this hike, I set out to walk 77 miles from Breckenridge to Twin Lakes and connect segments previously completed. After failing twice to complete this section due to heat exhaustion and a blizzard, redemption and completion was my goal. Alright people, we're back out on the Colorado Trail. I'm here with the one, the only, the Mule. How you feeling, Mule?
Good, ready to go.
You ready to hike about 5 miles straight up a mountain without being acclimated?
Yeah. Good,
all right.
good.
All right, we're going about 5 miles today, starting segment 7. We're gonna camp out, finish the rest of segment 7 tomorrow. It's a beautiful day here. It's probably 75 degrees, sunny. We'll see, we're gonna go slow today since we haven't acclimated, but yeah. It's going to be a good trip. Come on along. On day 1, Mule and I hiked 5 miles from Breckenridge to Miners Creek Road. Chuck and I have been hiking for an hour and a half, 2 hours. We walked past the place where we originally planned to camp. There was a nice guy in there, trail named Speedy, which he wasn't. But we set up in there, but we're feeling pretty good. Altitude's not getting to us too much, so we're gonna keep on rolling. You know, it's probably 5:30 at night. It's cooling down a little bit. We think that there's a spot up here. We're at about mile marker 108. We think there's one up here about a mile ahead. If you don't believe that we are at altitude, I'll give you Exhibit A, my Hostess strudel here. You can see the package is looks like a little pillow. We're off on day 2. It's a little rough. Night of sleep last night. Stayed plenty warm. I was plenty comfortable, but didn't sleep real well. Could be the altitude, could be just that it's night 1 of the trip and a little excited. Today, we are climbing about 2,000 feet in our first 4 miles. Coming to the peak of a 10-mile range and then head back down to Copper Mountain. We've made it about halfway up in altitude. We have about 2.5 miles, about 1,000 feet more to climb. Came to this nice meadow. It's warming up, so taking off a layer. Made it to tree line. We're at about 11,700 feet. The peak up here is 12,500. It was beautiful up here. We just passed a little saddle. We can see back down to Breck. See the ski runs down there. We have about 600 feet more in elevation to go up. Mile and a half. How are we feeling back there, Mule?
So pretty good. Pretty good. Getting warmed up to the climbing. But it's a nice day.
Wait a minute. Warmed up for the climbing? What are you trying to tell me? On day 2, I hiked 15 miles through Copper Mountain Resort to a spot shortly before Janet's cabin. I wanna go there someday. We are almost to the top. And I do mean that literally and not figuratively with my trail name that was born out here in Colorado by saying we're almost to the top when we weren't. But Chuck has hiked this whole section up to here, and he's going to explain to us why he didn't actually make it to the top.
Well, we got to this point. I was in a group. We all left the hostel the same morning, and there was a girl. She was lagging behind us pretty good. I could tell she was struggling, so I stopped here and I waited for her. And at the same time, there's a storm coming over that range with pretty good lightning, and she started getting like mountain sick and having panic attacks. And I was trying to convince her that the top is right there. I mean, it's 10 minutes away and then it goes straight back down and we'll be just fine. She would not have it. Finally, she just dropped her pack right here and started walking that direction. As I'm looking, you can't see over there, and I'm like, is that a cliff? I didn't know what to do, so I dropped my pack and went down after her. And we got her to sit down and kind of calm down. We regrouped after like 20 minutes or so. I grabbed her pack and my pack, and we just aimed ourselves towards Breckenridge through the snow, and finally caught one of these ski runs with no trees and just walked down the mountain as far as we could until we could get almost to come find us in the car when we hit a street.
I'm thinking maybe I should like take off my pack here and start acting stupid, and maybe acting more stupid than usual. And maybe Chuck will carry my pack. All right, Mule, we made it to the top. Woo, buddy! You can see Copper Resort down the mountain here. All the ski runs. But our trail keeps going that way, and it must cut back down to the resort. I know we're going somewhere, into the danger zone. It all points right to that. We just got passed by a Continental Divide trail through hiker, which that's about 3,000 mile trail. He's over halfway. He was hauling ass. Nice guy. But it's beautiful up here when you're not going uphill. I was just telling Chuck, you know, we sat down there and rested, caught our breath, felt good. Started walking. About after 30 seconds, I was like, ugh! So this is awesome. Being up above tree line. Right now we're kind of walking along the ridge. Eventually we're gonna cut down. Whew, came up to a spot here with a rescue sled. All sorts of signage along here saying don't go over this way for skiers because it's an avalanche area. I can see why. Super steep. You can see the ski lift right over here. I just heard a guy yell, "Wow!" behind me. I was looking on the trail, couldn't find anybody. Looked up in the sky and I found him. That guy's got a very large pair of cojones. This is an avalanche area from a couple years ago. All sorts of big trees. Kind of illustrates how powerful all the snow and an avalanche is. I know this was blocking the trail a couple years ago until they cleared it. But we got to the end of section 7, sat down by a creek there, had some lunch, drank some water. Chuck is actually ending with me now. He's already done this, the next 65 miles that I'm going to be hiking, and we're going to meet up in a few days. But I'm walking along parallel with Copper Ski Resort here, just kind of up the hill from it. So not sure how much farther I'll go today, at least 5 or 6 miles, and then I go above tree line and limited water, so I'll have to assess at that point if I keep on going or bed down for the night. So I am resisting the urge to go into Copper right now. Let's see the gondola, chairlift. They got a chairlift for bikes. That's kind of cool. But right down there is a bar, burgers, all sorts of stuff. Hello. Hi there, how are you? Whew. Tired. Stomach doesn't feel so hot. Walked past where I planned to camp. Found a place here where maybe I can set up my tent, but there's no water by it. Probably got about 1.5 liters here. But it's probably 4:30. Just gonna sit and relax a little bit, calm myself down, make good decisions. Whew. Decided to set my tent up. Pushed a little too hard today. Hopefully if I rest a little bit here, I'll get my appetite back. Either way, you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I'm already a few miles ahead of where I'm supposed to be, so gonna rest. Hopefully my appetite comes back. Just chill out for a few hours before I go to sleep. On day 3, I hiked 19 miles to the Tennessee Pass trailhead. Good morning. Had a nice early morning. Got a good kickstart on finishing that second big climb of the hike. Feeling pretty good, a lot better than yesterday. Didn't eat any breakfast when I left this morning. I waited till I got to the top here. So I'm kind of relaxing doing that up here. And there's a marmot up here that's not very happy with me invading his space. Beautiful, huh? So I came from down there today, coming up through here. I have about 5 miles above tree line here before I dip back down. So I dig it, dudes. All right, now I'm gonna finish eating my breakfast here, relax, have some water, keep on hiking. Big Karen. I made it to Elk Ridge. I know it's windy up here, so hopefully you can hear me. It's beautiful up here, and I looked down and I saw a little trailer. And I looked a little harder. There's a couple horses and a person down there. And I can also see the mining operation off in the distance. Looks like I've come down from where I was and I've reached Kokomo Pass. Elevation 12,022 feet. Searle Pass was where I was eating breakfast. Camp Hale, 5.8 miles. Tennessee Pass, 12.5 miles. Man, this is a lot of fun when you don't have to go up a big hill. It's all downhill from here, right? Now. Look at this. There are some people over here doing trail maintenance out in the bright sun. I thought I would show you what they do to maintain the trail that we're hiking on. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for your work.
Oh, thank you.
This trail looks beautiful.
I'm glad you like it.
Awesome.
Only have 3 or so miles to go to where I was supposed to camp tonight. Might go a little bit farther, but this is the least favorite time of day for me to hike. Hot sun. So we'll see what I feel like when I get there, but this waterfall over here is really cool. So I can't stop every time I see something beautiful, or else I'm never going to get anywhere here on the trail. So I'm going to show you a little bit of trail as I'm walking. See behind me. Okay, I lied. I stopped. But carry on. I made it to the Camp Hale bunkers. These concrete bunkers, as far as the eye can see, World War II training area. Take a look in here. It's a little concrete room, but I don't know how many are here, but I can't even hardly see the end of it. Made it to Fiddler Creek. So, I don't know, 15 some miles in today. It's about 4 o'clock. This is the last water source for about 7.5 miles. But being that it's 4 o'clock, I feel like I got a little bit left in me. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to camel up. I'm going to fill up my water bag and carry a little extra water. And the trailhead, I can't remember what the name of it is, between segment 8 and segment 9, it's the one where everybody goes into Leadville, is up about 3.5 miles, I think. So I'll dry camp there with the water that I have. And then that'll leave me a little bit shorter to walk tomorrow night. I'm supposed to be meeting up with Chuck again. So pretty comfortable here, but I'm going to get moving. Made it to Highway 24. Little sign of civilization before I head back into the mountains. It's kind of a nice day out today. There's a little bit of sun popping out now, but not terribly hot. At least until you start climbing up a hill. Hopefully there aren't too many big ones for the next 3.5 miles, but we'll see what comes. Made it. Woo! I've had water dripping on my ass the whole time, so see how much water I have left in my filtering bag back here. Oh. Oh. Not bad. All right, Tennessee Pass trailhead, segment 8, check. On day 4, I hiked 18 miles through the Timberline Trailhead to camp near a small stream. Good morning. I'm about 7 miles in today. I thought that I had about 7 miles to go to get to the Timberline Trailhead, but I messed up a little on my itinerary, and the Mule thinks that we're meeting at the trailhead that's by Mount Elbert, which is what he's climbing right now. So I've been trying to message with him because that trailhead is about 20 miles ahead. I don't think I have 20 miles more in me today. So hopefully I can get a hold of him because I don't have enough food. But I was enjoying breakfast with a view here. Would you like to see what I'm looking at? Holy, you know what? That was a tough climb, really steep. But I'm breathless because of the hike, but I'm also breathless because of this view. Made it to the Timberline trailhead. It's about 2:15. I was able to get a hold of the Mule. He's coming down from Elbert. I probably have at least 2 hours to sit and wait here before he gets here. So, taking off the shoes for a while. Gonna rest. I don't know, today's just one of those days where I'm not feeling the juice. But, gonna have some beef sticks. What's left of the Doritos. We got all sorts of food left in here. But, I'm gonna rest. Once Chuck gets here with my resupply, I'm gonna keep on hiking. Trying to get over the big, highest part before it starts thunderstorming tomorrow. I don't have the best weather app here, but it looked like it was clear in the morning. So I should be able to get over the big peak and maybe, just maybe I'll be able to get to Twin Lakes tomorrow. But I'm gonna need a little bit more energy than I have today. So we'll see, man. The Mule has arrived and I have drank all of my Gatorade Zero already. Mule, how the hell are ya?
Great now.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, yeah. That's from Buena Vista, Colorado.
So Chuck went up Chavano and Elbert on consecutive days. I was waiting here for him to show up. We had a little miscommunication of where we were gonna get my resupply, but it's about 5:30 right now. It gets dark in 2.5 hours. I'm gonna see if I can break out a few miles and hopefully make it to Twin Lakes tomorrow. And Chuck is just gonna relax.
I'm gonna go find somewhere random to sleep in my car again. Hashtag van life.
Just finished a 1,000-foot climb. Anyway, it's about 7 o'clock. I'm kind of on this higher area. I think that there's a creek about 1.5 miles up. So I'm gonna try to make it there, get the tent set up. Probably have about an hour till it's pitch black. So I'd like to hopefully get set up before that happens. Nothing like eating dinner by headlamp. It's been a great day. I have about 20 miles left tomorrow. Gonna try to get up early, beat the rain, and have a good hike. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm about 5 miles in today. Got a nice early start. It's mostly kind of green tunnel the whole way, so I didn't shoot a whole lot of video. I did make the biggest climb of the day, which is about 1,000 feet. There are some other ones that are 500 to 700, which slows me down. So I have about 15 miles to go, but I just stopped here for breakfast, take a break. When you're at these higher peaks is when I get cell service too, so I get pulled into the vortex of social media and texting my wife and other people. On day 5, I hiked 20 miles passing Mount Massive and Mount Elbert to the Twin Lakes Reservoir Dam. I've reached the trail intersection to go up to Mount Elbert. Not today. Sometime soon, not today. Twin Lakes, tacos. I'm seeing for the first time what I think is Twin Lakes, big lake down here. But it is starting to rain. I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm gonna try to pick up the pace a little bit. Seen another good look of Twin Lakes. Lake 1 there. Lake 2 over there. A little hard to see with the rain coming down. On the far side of Twin Lakes is a reservoir with a dam. And that's my finish point, which I think is probably about 5 miles away. So, the cow smells the barn. Yurt. Finally made it to the Twin Lakes Reservoir Dam. Finishes right up ahead. I can see Chuck's Stormtrooper Subaru up there waiting for me. We made it.
How was your day?
Not too bad.
Long?
20-mile day, but
Yeah, it was a quick 20 miles.
yeah.
Must have got up kind of good.
Well, that's the end of the hike. Thanks to the mule. You know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the mule. Because last year, after I failed for the second time doing this hike, I called the mule and I said, I'm out. I failed twice. I'm not gonna fail again. He said, nah, man, we gotta go back down. You hike it, I'll wait for you. Thanks, man.
You can quit when we're done.
If you like this video, obviously you've watched the whole thing, so you probably liked it. Or maybe you just slept and you're waking up right now. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell notification. Chuck and I are taking a 0 tomorrow. Then we're gonna hit segments 15, 16, and 17. So if you subscribe and hit the bell notification, you'll see when that video comes out in a week. You can check out all our cool pictures on Instagram and Facebook. And what else? Oh, if you really dig the channel, you can buy some merch on Teespring. Enough with the commercials. You know what I'm in the mood for? Tacos.